So, a lot of people are talking about Silverwolf and how her kit works and how good she is and what her combo is with certain team comps. In this video, I'm going to explain to you guys one of the best combo for Silverwolf right now in the game. And if you guessed it from the thumbnail, that's right. It is our good old grandpa, Wealth. So, before we talk about the combo, we need to understand what Wealth does and what Silverwolf does. Wealth is a nihility character, which slow the enemies and imprison the enemies. In other words, delaying their actions. So his first skill, Edge of the Void, deals imaginary damage and also has a base chance of slowing down the enemies. His ult, on the other hand, the Black Hole, has a base chance to imprison the enemies. Imprisoned enemies have their actions delayed by 32% and speed reduced by 10%. Which means Wealth can make an enemy miss a whole turn or two. This means all the debuff that the enemies has can stay and linger longer on the enemies. Which is where Silver comes to play. We all know that Silver is a really good debuffer, and she can apply tons and tons of debuff. Silver's talent, Waiting System Response, has a chance to imply one of the 3 bugs on attack, which is reducing their attack, reducing their defense, or reducing their speed. And on the other hand, her ult, User Band, has also a chance to reduce the enemy's defense. This means Silver's debuff can linger longer now because the enemy is taking less turn. Because the only way to recover from Silver's debuff is by taking a turn on the enemy, at least for right now in Honkaistarrail. This means that the enemy is gonna be stacked with debuffs. This means that your team is gonna be doing overall more damage, and also your team is gonna be taking less damage because of all the debuffs that Silver had applied. Another important thing to note here is that Silverwolf is a quantum character, and when you break an enemy with quantum character, they do entanglement. What entanglement do is delay the enemy action, which means you're gonna be stacking imprisonment, Wealth slow, and then the quantum break, which is entanglement. This means that the enemy is gonna be super omega slowed, and you can apply more debuff to them. I mean, just take a look at this debuff from Memory of Chaos. We got Memory Imprint, which is the current cycle of the Memory of Chaos right now. We got Type 2 bug, we got Extra Quantum Weakness, we got All Type Rest Reduction, Imprisonment, Vulnerability, Attack Decrease, Speed Decrease, Entanglement, and also Defense Reduction. In total, we already add like 10 debuffs in this enemy that we have right here. As for team comps, it's not really that difficult. You can put someone like a sustained character like Natasha or maybe a Japard on the other side. You can put someone like, you can put a support or a DPS character. You can put someone like Tingyun or maybe a Bronya if you have one. You can also put like Asta. You can also put the DPS character, somebody like Dan Heng, which can benefit from the slow because he deals more damage on slowed enemies. You can also put Su Sheng because she can benefit a lot from the break, because when the character is break, they're gonna take less turn because of entanglement, and then because of imprisonment, they're gonna get slowed. Basically, Su Sheng can do more turns towards the enemy that's being slowed. And then you can also put somebody like Sila if you want more damage. Basically, you can put whatever actually on the other side. If you decided to put a support instead of a DPS, you wanna make sure that your Wealth is being built as your main DPS. Since Wealth is a decent DPS character, you can build him with crit rate, crit damage, and he'll be just fine. This combo will also be good with the upcoming banner, which is Luocha. In Luocha's banner, you're gonna be having a chance to also pull Yukong, which is also an imaginary character. And we can have to ourselves our first ever mono imaginary team, which consists of Wealth, Luocha, Yukong, and Silverwolf. Which I think will be pretty strong since a lot of enemies are weak to imaginary characters. That's it for the video today, guys. Thank you for watching. I would appreciate your feedback in the comment section down below. Let me know on what do you guys think about the combo. And see you next time on some other theory crafting that I'm gonna be doing maybe in the future with Honkaistarrail. Appreciate it. Goodbye.